Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I want to share with you another amazing game played at the ongoing Tata Steel Masters. On the white side is Polish chess grandmaster Radoslaw Wojtaszek, and American chess grandmaster Fabiano Caruana is playing with the black pieces. As usual, I will go quickly through the main game and then we'll turn on Stockfish and we will analyze together. This game was played in round 9 and Wojtaszek opened up with c4. Knight f6 by Caruana, knight f3 d6, d4 g6, knight c3 bishop g7, e4. With a transposition of moves, we reached king's Indian defense. Black castled kingside, bishop e2, white is going for the classical variation e5. Meanwhile, black is undermining white's center, a standard idea of course, and bishop g4, which is a rare continuation. Knight c6 is very popular, also knight a6 can be seen, knight bd7, e takes d4 c6. These are very popular lines, but instead we see a rare bishop g4 move. After bishop e3, black went for an exchange on f3, e takes d4, bishop takes d4, knight c6, bishop e3, rook e8, black is starting to put pressure on e4, queen d2, knight d7, opening up the dark squared bishop's diagonal, and in some cases there are some ideas like, I don't know, knight f8, h5, knight h7, g5. This is also an interesting continuation, but after rook a d1, instead of going for those standard ideas, Caruana made a highly intriguing move and he played bishop takes c3, a move which took everyone by surprise. The thing is that we all know from school that going for an early exchange of king's Indian bishop is not that good. This dark squared bishop is black's trump card, and the exchange of that bishop black is usually delaying and is doing it in very specific circumstances. But instead Caruana is going against all odds, is breaking all the rules, and after the exchange of light squared bishop, this time is surrendering the king's Indian bishop. About this move, Ivan Sokolov tweeted, "If this decision is good for black, I need to learn chess again." So white recaptured with the queen, and we have queen f6. Black is offering the exchange of queens, but the thing is that after the exchange, suddenly it turns out that this pawn is going to drop. In here it took Wojtaszek half an hour to come up with queen c1, and after knight c5 it becomes obvious that white is going to lose a pawn. Right now we have a target, queen b1 followed, and this time we have queen e6. Rook fe1. Well, if bishop takes c5, then d takes c5, and this time the knight on d4 will be a huge problem for white. In the game we see rook e1, and the pawn on c4 dropped. b3 queen c3, bishop d2 queen f6. Black is simply a pawn up, and seems like that white doesn't have a compensation. Of course white has a nice bishop pair, but who cares, soon we will see that these knights are stronger than the bishops. Bishop e2 h4, queen c1, g5. Black is a pawn up and is also attacking. Meanwhile looks like that white is lack of strategic ideas. Queen g6, bishop e2, rook e8. Gradually black is making his position stronger and white has like acquired a waiting strategy. f3, there comes knight f4, bishop f1. This type of a setup is very common when fighting against king's Indian defense. c6, queen f2, rook e6, rook c3. Well, playing h3 and stopping g4 is really good. Instead we see rook c3, and there comes d5. Black is first striking in the center, and then we'll go for g4. Here g3 was played, but this is a serious mistake after which white's position goes down quickly. Playing rook e3 is better. If d takes e4, then rook takes e4. Although still, even in this case, black is doing great, and the one who is dominating is definitely Caruana. Instead in the game we see g3, white is attacking black knight, h takes g3, h takes g3, but instead of thinking about moving it away, in here d takes e4 landed, and we have a piece sacrifice. G takes f4, G takes f4, discovered check. Queen g2, e takes f3. Black is okay with the exchange of queens, and that doesn't mean anything. White's position is totally lost. There comes f2. Rook g1 can be a threat, followed by knight g4 check, knight e3, bishop h3, and another very spectacular move, knight c4. This time on move 38 we see the second knight sacrifice. With this move, Caruana opened up the e file for the rook. Rook takes c4, and after rook e1 check, resignation followed. Yeah, if king h2, then rook takes d1, and if rook takes f4, then okay, rook d2 is also winning, but you can play f1 queen as well. If rook takes f1, then check, and the bishop on b2 also drops. This is hopeless for white. That's why after rook e1 check, Wojtaszek resigned. A very nice game by Caruana. And you know what? I like that intriguing bishop takes c3 move more than those knight sacrifices. So what I want to do right now is to turn on Stockfish and see what the engine suggests. So bishop takes c3 is something which the engine is okay with, and we can make that move. Bishop takes c3, queen takes c3, there comes queen f6. Caruana's precision is just astounding, you know, and he's playing with engine's accuracy. Queen b1 was made in the game, there comes queen e6. Black is intensifying the pressure. According to Stockfish, at this point b4 is good, but instead we see a little bit passive rook e1 move, and the pawn on c4 dropped. b3 queen c3. Yeah, black simply won a pawn and then retreated, and there comes h5. Knight e5, bishop e2, h4, queen c1 g5. Yeah, I really like this pawn push. Bishop b5, rook e7, rook e3, queen g6. Bishop takes e5 is the move suggested by engine, and then b4, kicking away the knight from this knight outpost. And this line actually looks very interesting, you know. Here, rook takes e5, b4, knight goes here, and then bishop d7, bishop takes e6. Yeah, really a nice resource. Or rook c3, then putting pressure down the c file. Instead we see bishop e2. First bishop b5 and then bishop e2. Of course, all this is not good. And meanwhile, black is transferring his knight to f4. We have f3, which seems to be solid, although according to the engine, not good. Bishop f1, c6, queen f2, rook e6. And now at this point, h3 is really good. a4, interesting. But yeah, finally it looks like that the engine will finally come up with h3. So rook c3 was played, another waiting move, and there comes d5. g3, which is a serious mistake, yeah. Moving back the rook on e3 seems to be more solid, and there comes h takes g3, and then d takes e4. What is interesting at this point, Stockfish suggests g4. And again, black is winning, and then queen takes e4 with better chances, but this d takes e4 is also good. Is engine's second choice. G takes f4, and white's position collapsed really quickly. The exchange of queens followed. King h1, f2. Yeah. Bishop h3, knight c4, although knight g4 is also winning, but Caruana decided to keep the rook's path free, and at this point resignation followed. Well, this is it, dear chess lovers. Hope that you enjoyed the game, which was really a very nice one, and feel free to share with your friends as well. In the end, a chess puzzle for you, where the task is to find the winning line for white. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in my next video.